Previously on Zoomvivor.
This advantage allows you to force a swap during the trial phase of the game.
They gave me a fragmented idol. Did you get this?
They gave me that also.
And you got Manu over here who's pleading for his life. Maybe Kira needs to go ahead and go to bed, and we can have somebody who's stronger in challenges.
Danny as my original tribe and make it 2-on-2. But I don't want that to happen.
So we had to capitalize on that fear.
Fifth person voted out of Zoomvivor PANGAEA. Sixth person voted out of Zoomvivor PANGAEA. Kira. Danny, with that, the tribe was spoken.
That was really intense.
Are we making an all-female alliance? I really want that.
Oh my gosh. That was pretty intense. And when I said that I was scared for life, I really am.
This time I was not blindsided. We are in, we're just 4. So there's no hidden agenda or whatsoever. So I'm good with it. I know I can work with Ken and Dads this time.
It was crazy. That was the first time in the game when I felt like, okay, this is probably my time. I'm gonna go. Goodbye. I don't have an idol. Fuck it.
I really feel happy because Bads stick to his word, and I'm happy that Ate Cat is still here. We can still reunite with Charlene in the merge.
How's your experience in Exile Island, Kostas? Have you gotten anything there?
I was with Bryon. That's good because the Manu was alone. I felt super good about the tribe actually because Kat was one of my closest allies back at Arcoa.
I will not vote Kostas out. Because I really working with Kostas very close. So.
And Kenita and I had discussed a little before, and it was like an instant connection. I thought the last message we had was like, "Hope I meet you very soon." So I was really excited to be in the same tribe with her.
And maybe we could use each other coming into the merge. So yeah, I'm excited.
And Bats was super. Ended up, I hadn't talked with him, but he's a great guy, and we formed a real relationship there. We had like a flirty father, brother, uncle thing going.
Among our first 3 conversations, he already dropped the baby and all that. So, yeah, that's cool. Not the first time. It's probably not gonna be the last. But let's go, babe. Let's do it.
And I think I was very sold with all 3 of them. I was wishing we would never lose. I wish we never lose immunity. But I'm so glad I have the idol and I can protect myself.
I'm so sleepy already.
Yeah,
Same.
that's 4 o'clock
It's
there.
4 a.m. already. I'm hoping it's gonna be merged.
Kathy is vocal. Kathy is warm. Kathy, I know, would have a very good social game, even if I don't see how she does it. I do see her as a threat. For someone as warm as that, for someone as good at challenges as Kathy, she is a threat in the game.
If tribal council will happen, most likely, I will convince Ken to vote out Buds. And hopefully she will listen to me.
But if it comes to a point when I have to paint someone as a threat in this game, I thought Kathy was a very, very good person to paint as a threat, considering that she's all that.
I don't know. I didn't vote for him.
Me neither. I know. That's why I'm not saying for sure. We were on the
I
outs.
don't know.
Who did you vote for?
You know how it feels like when you do something great in the game? It's the anxiety of what if people will blow this out of proportion and then paint you into someone who's played a really, really tough, good game, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's very easy to do that, you know? And so that was the concern for me.
What happened, by the way?
Kira
She just
doesn't
was not
socialize.
around, and I feel so horrible. Like I saw the pain in her. Like she was hurt.
I think it was a smart plan to take out Kira, because I think Manu in the long run will be better in challenges, and he knows we saved him. I mean, I think that was very clear to him.
In a game like Zoomvivor, you have to be in it to win it, and if you're not, you're gonna get cut. And it sucks that it had to be by one of her OG members.
I mean, I was feeling bad for Kira because at the end of everything, she's a great person. I love her. But yes, someone has to go home.
I have to start building my resume in this game as someone who's willing to take the moves to get my game forward. And Kira was the beginning of that, but I didn't really expect to have an audience.
Okay,
Sorry.
Bryon, I'm
But-
so happy to see you. I am really so happy to see you. I now feel like we can go in and win a challenge.
So I'm really concerned. I'm really, really concerned. Not only am I concerned because other people are going to find out that Sherry and I and Manu teamed up with Manu to cut an OG Arakoa, but guess who was there to watch the whole damn tribal council? Bryon!
If Manu has miraculously survived the tribal, they must have had a relationship. He must have had a relationship with Sherry and Dakota. So if the four of us were to go to tribal, I'm a goner.
Bryon probably knows his days are numbered if we lose. So maybe Bryon seems to be a strong player too. So maybe that'll motivate Bryon to get in there and help us win this darn challenge. Because if not, Bryon's 3 to 4 here. We're a 4-person tribe, and it's definitely not going to be Dakota and I.
I feel the tension. I know he's uncertain as to where his head is at, but I think he should know he's not going to get anywhere with just him and Manu. So
We're just like given the Zoom link. I'm here now. Like we don't get to choose or anything.
right.
So he's still in the game too, is what I'm saying.
Wait, how many tribes lost?
2.
2 tribes. So he's
So
probably,
it would make sense.
yeah. Which tribe?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. One of you came here and one of you went there.
And I started feeling like really good. People who feel, I mean, when you come from a little country, and people from bigger countries are interested on your culture and what you do and how is life there, you kind of feel really good.
But right at the beginning of the game, I can tell you one thing about Bryon. I feel like he's cunning. He is going to do or say whatever he needs to do to escape a vote. He comes off like, oh, I'm so sweet and innocent, but I don't think he's sweet and innocent of anything. I think Bryon is a strategy player.
Like I also go to like older people who are like the age of my mom or my dad, and I would like play the little kid who's like, hey, like please save me, you know, I need saving. I don't know what's going on really, and that has worked for me like in all my games. So yeah.
So Bryon, a little piece of advice. I know you just witnessed a murder, baby, but this time it's really best for you not to speak up because you may just be the next one on my hit list if you do.
But I also had already an alliance with Dakota and Sherry, and this alliance was looking really strong. So I feel like maybe this time if we lose, I could be the person in the middle who decides who's on.
We're at final 12.
Yes.
Hey, let's get it. Now that we're heading back to camp and stuff, I'm honestly excited to like spend this time like getting to know them a little better and just kind of getting to see like where they're at with things, especially because I feel like Emerge is coming soon.
She always tries to relate to us, knowing that she's the only international player in the tribe.
So far, the person I feel the most comfortable with is probably Kenneth. I think that's something that kind of gives me the green light that, okay, Kenneth is definitely somebody that I could see myself working with post-merge. And I think that he would be truthful to me.
She will be a key for me to have a connection with other people in her OG tribe. Yeah, like during the challenge, I can hear my stomach growling.
Have you
So
eaten?
hungry.
Have you guys eaten?
I ate like scrambled eggs for breakfast because I woke up at like 4:30 for this.
No, you.
No, I killed it.
You won
Yeah,
it for us.
we
yeah.
won.
No, you did.
We won. You won it for us.
Oh no, it's teamwork.
That was so close.
Yeah.
That was. Oh my god. I was scared that Dakota was gonna get that.
I think the Mauta 4 that we have right now is very good in such a way na we have genuine connection, I feel like, with each other kasi hindi kami nagsa-strategize against each other.
I don't think that they want to work with me kasi she knows that I think she's afraid that I'll be more loyal to Bad if ever, or I will hold on to the Bisaya Alliance. They were so afraid about my stranded connection, I think, and then there's also that Bisaya Alliance with Kenneth and Bags and me. Us girls should stick together, we can make a girls alliance, but you're making an enemy out of me. You're like, I want to take out somebody so bad at a certain point in this game. Work with me.
So sleepy.
Me too.
Natok din ako. Sakit ako ng ulo ko.
Ako rin, naminam ako ng sari doon.
You never know when, but like the numbers are dwindling down, so I can definitely see it on the horizon because I could honestly see myself working with like Bing, Shar, or Kenneth. So now I need to get an accurate read off of them to make sure that those same vibes are reciprocated.
I'm a perpetually tired pigeon.
Like for me, it's like, if I can't get myself out of bed, I'm not getting out of bed. These are people that like, while they are nice and I do feel like I vibe with them, like obviously gameplay is different. Like, do I think I can play with them? And this was starting to kind of give me an indication of, okay, like I actually can see myself playing with them.
Oh, right. Getting your first look at the new Arakoa tribe, Danny voted out last tribal council. Getting a first look at the new Kekulu tribe, Kira voted out last tribal council. Okay. So Kostas is now part of Arakoa and Bryon is now part of Kekulu. Everyone's very excited to know what's gonna happen next because you're just 12 left. With that, I just want you guys to drop your expectations because we are going to our next immunity challenge.
You're the worst!
Here's how it's gonna go for this challenge. Each round, one player from each tribe will go head to head in memorizing a series of symbols. At any point, once the sequence is shown, any player who is playing that round can say close and close the reference for all of the playing players that round. The players will now have to draw the symbols in sequence correctly. If no one gets the sequence correctly, the tribe with the most correct symbols in its sequence gets the point. First two tribes to score 2 points win immunity. Also, the two winning tribes will get to watch the losing tribe's tribal council. First up, we have Kat for Arakoa, Erica for Mauta, and Sherry for Kekolu. Okay, here we go. For immunity, here's the sequence.
Close.
Alright, draw. Time is up, guys. The correct sequence is this one. Right. Erica with 4 symbols correct. Kat with all symbols correct. So the diamond I cannot make, so I'm sorry, but I will not count the middle part.
How do you not see that's a diamond?
So point goes to
Aw.
Arakoa. 1 point goes to Arakoa. Next up, Bads for Arakoa, Bing for Mauta, and Manu for Kekolu. Here is your sequence.
Stop. Close.
3, 2, and 1. So Manu has 3 correct symbols. Bing has 1, 2, 3 correct symbols. And Bads has 1, 2, 3, 4 symbols, which means Bads gets a point for Arakoa, which means Arakoa is the first tribe to be safe. You are immune. We are looking for one more tribe. Kenneth for Mauta and Dakota for Kekolu. Right. Here you go.
Stop.
Close.
Close. Oh.
3, 2, and 1. Right. Show your symbols. Right. The correct sequence is this one. Okay. So Kenneth got everything correct. So which means safe to say that point goes to Mauta, 1 point more to win. Now we have Charlene and Bryon. Alright, here is your next symbol.
Stop.
3, 2, 1. Right, here is the correct sequence. Sun, play button, the arrow, circular, 2 ups, and which means Bryon gets everything correct. Bryon gets a point, which means we are tied between 1 point each for both tribes. Now we go back to our top of the list, Erica and Sherry. Here's your final sequence.
Stop. Can't remember.
And time is up. Show the answer.
I didn't remember.
Okay, here's the correct sequence.
Alright, so shit.
Okay, which means Erica got everything correctly, which means Mauta is safe for this tribal council, sending Kekolu to another tribal council yet again. Right, congratulations to Mauta and Arakoa. You guys are safe. No one going home. As for Kekolu, one of you will be the 7th person voted out of Zoomvivor PANGAEA. Well, as a reward as well, Mauta and Arakoa, you get to watch their tribal council. Okay, I'll give you Kekolu 15 minutes to socialize, and we'll get to our tribal council. Good luck.
Really? I mean, I am tired. People, I am tired of going and going and going to tribal council.
For me, I had two options here. First, reestablish something with Manu, and because I have my block vote, that would like make us take us to merge back practically. And second is to convince Dakota and Sherry to take me over Manu.
I have this alliance um with Dakota and Sherry, and we are called the Duartes. I mean, that alliance looks like very solidified. I cannot betray these people. And also, I have Bryon on the other side.
So going into this vote, Dakota has bonded with Manuel. And another thing that came up is Dakota also has an idol, and he's told Manuel. Like I said, Dakota bonds with somebody, he gets very emotional when it's time to make decisions. Bryon told us that he found idol nullifier, but he made it very clear to let us know that he has a power and he is going to play it. So there we go. I wouldn't expect anything less from Bryon at this point in the game.
Bryon comes to me after tribal council and tells me I received a power while I was on exile, and it's a vote nullifier. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. So I keep prodding him. I'm like, so do you think everyone on exile got a power? And he goes, yeah, I do. Oh, okay. So looking back now, holy shit. Manu has a power this entire time and did not say one word to me or Sherry. After Bryon gave me that information and I asked him, I said, hey, Manu, just out of curiosity, how are your things on exile? And immediately, as soon as I initiate some kind of conversation with him, he tells me, I need to tell you something.
I have an advantage that I found on the exile. My advantage is this: I could use it to force swap in the game, but this is not working anymore. I didn't use it because I didn't have like the real need to use it.
It's something I've never seen really before in any game I've played, so the skepticism immediately overwhelmed me. Is this really the power that he said it is?
But I am telling you this because of two things. One, because you trusted on me, and second, because this means that Bryon obviously might have something from the exile.
Why would Manu not think that this is something of importance to tell me? Especially knowing that he wants to make it further.
I say to Dakota, I will say him to vote for Sherry. That was only to say something to him so he could feel safe.
My plan with Manu was to vote out Sherry, and if he voted Sherry and the three of us voted him, then it's fine. I could use my fragmented idol.
I think the best thing in this round, because I think Bryon does have connections on the other side, strong connections. I think for my game this round, it's better to vote with Bryon, make a deal with him, because then he'll owe me going into the next round. Because if I'm correct, the next round is merge. And it's better to have somebody on your side than somebody against you.
Hey, take me. Like, I have information on the Maota tribe. Like, we can work in the merge, the three of us. Like, no one would expect it.
The one key point that I know that could be made for keeping Manuel is that he probably really doesn't have anybody to fall back to after this vote. And that he will stay completely loyal to Dakota and I.
I have to vote out a friend and I really don't want to do it. I mean, I know this is a game, but you come here, you are tired, and your emotions start to be like stronger. You cannot hold those emotions anymore. And I'm like, okay, I probably don't have um, any other choice. Latinos are expected to be villainous, but I am here to prove that some of us can be heroes.
I mean, I always keep my options open, but it does seem like the most feasible, plausible option right now.
Tekul, here you have Mauta and Arakoa watching you, this tribal council. We'll just get to it. Right, Bryon, can you walk me through the challenge? What happened? What do you think? What went wrong?
Well, I believe that nothing really went wrong. I know my tribe mates really tried their best, and it's like we're nearing the end of the day, and I know everyone's really exhausted, so I can't blame anyone for not memorizing quickly or being tired already. So I really appreciate like my tribe mates for trying, and I know you guys did your best.
All right. So now, Manu, I want to ask you. You went through this same thing, the same tribal council with 4 people previously. Now you're going to go through it the same way now. Is the paranoia the same as before, or is it worse now?
I think it's even worse now that everyone is looking us like the paranoia is not just do I stay or not, it's just do I make the right decision now. So because everyone is watching and this can dictate your future in the game.
All right. Sherry, I know that you guys might have noticed that Manu and Bryon came from exile, as well as Kostas as well. Do you think there's any sense of paranoia that they might have something that they got from exile?
Both are probably carrying. I'm so tired right now, but they are both probably got loaded up at exile. I'm certain of that. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. But if people stick together in this vote, maybe it can nullify whatever's about to go down. Because I feel like we're about to see some powers played, idols played. I don't know what's going to be played, but I feel like a lot of things are probably going to be played this round, and I think it's going to be messy.
Is it the same way for you, Dakota? Do you think this is going to be messy?
I'm for the last 15 minutes, I've done nothing but sit here and regret the fact that I bombed my part of the challenge and that we weren't able to pull it out, because not only do we have to go to tribal twice in a row, it's again with 4 people, and the paranoia is absolutely killing me because we're all exhausted, and it's just, what more can you do at this point? Like, I gotta.
Well, I mean, the least you can do at this point is to fight, right?
Well, yeah, of course, but in the context of the paranoia, if you can have, I don't think there's any control volume, dial, whatever you want to call it, to turn down the paranoia or to turn it up or whatever. It's just inherently there, and in situations like this, it reigns king.
All right, fair enough. Right, so Bryon, does that spark also some paranoia in you that you just came in from exile and now you joined them after they voted out Kira? So do you think that you have to work extra hard just for you to have your place in the tribe?
Yeah, I mean, like coming in, truthfully, I'm just gonna be honest. I thought that Manu was gonna go last tribal when I was like watching their tribal council, because there were 3 Arakoa and 1 Maota. So I guess tribal lines are like starting to blur there. And of course, I need to fight until the end, but there's only so much you can do when people have already established relationships and bonds, and they've created promises. And I did what I can, and given the situation, I'm dealt with. So
I'm
yeah.
sorry, Brian. When we were at the beginning of the game, if we'd stayed together, it would be such a different relationship. So it sucks, man. This whole thing just sucks.
I understand, Sherry. It's okay.
All right, so Bryon, Sherry just replied to yours. So does that spark some paranoia in you that she might be pertaining that she will be voting for you?
I mean, it's 1 + 1 is 2, guys. I mean, yeah, there's only so much I can do, you know. And exile is like, I wish it was a paradise, but well, I got to talk to Kostas, and that's the only thing I got from exile. So yeah, hi Kostas. But yeah, it's been fun. But yeah, thanks Sherry for being honest.
All right. Okay. So I would just want to ask you is there anything you want to say to each other before we go to vote?
I mean, guys, we've been trying our best, and whatever happens, it's a game, and I've really enjoyed it. I've met so many new friends, and you know, we all get to rest after this. Hopefully, host, let us rest. But yeah, I mean, if you want, I'm still open to working with anyone. So yeah, there.
I would just say, like, I have been having votes since the last triple councils. But well, I will be fine with whatever decision is taken. So it was a good game for you and the rest of us watching.
I guess just in general, if it is me tonight, thank you for, you know, all of the relationships and stuff like that. I really appreciate the friendships and everything. I feel like I lived a part of my dream ever since I discovered this org. So if I walk away with at least that, then I think I'll be happy. Of course, I'd like to make it further, and I hope that I'll be able to make it further. But we don't always get what we want.
If it's me tonight, I understand completely, and I'll just go to sleep. Tomorrow I'll cry, but tonight I'll be just like, oh, thank God, and go to bed. This is just terrible, and it's just as much as my fault as anybody's fault that we're here, and it sucks, and here we are. So good luck to all of us. However it goes, I'm tired, so I'm rambling, so I'm gonna get off.
All right. So I guess if there's nothing else to say for out of the four of you, it is time to vote. You guys know the drill. Good luck.
The situation puts me in this hard decision, but I like all the people in this tribe, and well, I will have to do just what destiny wants me to do. I'm so sorry, and it was so nice to meet you.
I hope that, you know, I get the chance to go to merge, but it's very unlikely. So yeah, but it's been a blast.
I feel horrible, and I hope you can forgive me one day. I'm so sorry. Strategy.
And if it ends up being me because all of you guys have powers, then I deserve it because I shouldn't have voted out Kira. That was a mistake, but I was kind of glad to get rid of her. But it didn't really help in the end. And I'm really tired, so this probably is another bigger mistake, but I am sorry.
All right. I have the votes. Before I read the votes, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person with the highest number. Sorry, Bryon.
It's not an idol, but I guess I should play it. Where do I send this?
You mind reading it to us?
Oh, of course. You have found a fragmented idol. This allows you to nullify one vote against you or a tribe-mate during tribal council. This is playable before the votes are read.
It is not a hidden immunity idol, but it is a fragmented idol, which means one vote for Bryon will not count. Anyone else? Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person with the highest number of votes needs to leave the tribal council area immediately. I will read the votes. Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Bryon, does not count. Manu, that's one vote, Manu. Seventh person voted out of Zoomvivor PANGAEA. Manu. For this vote, that's 2. That is enough. Any final words for the tribe?
I am blindsided. You owe me $100. Well, nice play, guys. Yes, I get to rest now. And congratulations on you all getting further.
Alright. With that, Manu, tribe was spoken. Time for you to go. Alright. After 7 people have been voted out, everything has been so stressful on your end. I guess it's gonna get more stressful from this point on because everybody drop your buffs because we are merging. Congratulations, guys. You are our merge tribe.
Yay!
Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode. Next time on Zoomvivor. The merge tribe sets foot in a new territory.
What you think is good could be your demise.
And Sherry lets it all out.
Hurricane Sherry will blow the fuck out of your game. And that is the fucking truth.
To describe it like super crazy. From the beginning of the game, all my game was like this, like going through every place. I mean, I was one of the winners of First Unity, and then I went to Exile Island. I was put on a tribe where all the people were Filipinos, and I was trusting an alliance that I was creating there, and then 2 people betrayed me. I was almost voted out, and then the swap came, and I was really comfortable on the tribe I was. I thought I was on a very good alliance. I am not mad with anyone. Maybe I could regret the thing that I said to Dakota in the last minutes. Maybe that changed his mind. I don't know. He hasn't even told me what happened.
I feel like such a fucking snake for this vote, but Manu, I feel horrible and I hope you can forgive me one day. I'm so sorry. Strategy.
And well, for all the players, quiero mucho. Los espero algún día en Paraguay. That means I love you so much. And I am waiting for you in Paraguay someday.